Hello, welcome to Grassroots Healthcare. Our office is located at 91st and Sheridan, and we are a clinic that specializes in wellness, health and wellness, hormone therapy, anything that we can do to get you off your medications. That's what our clinic is all about. This clinic takes no insurance. We do have labs and things that are available for insurance, but I'm Dr. Melita Tate, and so I'd like to welcome you to our show. We broadcast live on Google every second and fourth Friday of the month at 12:30 p.m. And then also occasionally we'll have other little updates on our webpage. So if you'd like to be a part of that, or if anyone you know wants to catch this show later, you can always bring them to the show site and or to our Facebook page, and there's a link where they can log on at www.grassrootshealthcaretv.com and see any of the shows that we broadcast in the past and catch the episode from today. So I'm very glad to have you with us today on the show. It's just going to be us. We're talking about things that are important for March. With spring coming up just around the corner, a lot of people are more interested in their health right now, really wanting to get their bodies more in shape because they've got an upcoming, either an upcoming class reunion, or maybe you have an upcoming, wanting to get your body ready to get unveiled for the sun. But a lot of people are thinking more along the lines of shedding extra pounds that they carried over the winter time. And from what I've understood from a good friend of mine that I've made friends with on Facebook, Tom White, has told me that, and then my friend Ivy also has told me she does some of the essential oils, that the best time to do a cleansing, health cleansing, a cleansing of your body, while we're all thinking about spring cleaning and getting our houses cleaned up, we're also thinking about getting our bodies cleaned up. So what I've learned from two of my favorite nutritional and nutritional gurus is that the kind of cleanses that people do on the body can be kind of harsh during the winter months, so that it's usually recommended to do a spring cleansing, which fits right along the mode with doing a spring cleaning. So we've kind of labeled March our spring cleaning month, not just for your homes, but also for your body. We want to get our whole system cleaned out. That includes our lymph vessels, which carry infection and things from our body. We want to get everything moving well. So you want to get out and do some nice exercise once the weather gets better. We do have some wintry weather, I think, in the forecast. Mikie, what did you say? We're supposed to have weather this weekend? Bad weather?
No, Saturday.
All right, that's Mikie's report. So we're supposed to have snow, and that's it? Snow?
Yeah, cold.
Just snow and cold this weekend. So for those of you who are waiting for us to tell you what the weather report is for the weekend, that was Mikie. If you call Grassroots Healthcare with questions, a lot of times if it's a nurse question and not just an appointment, you'll get to talk to her on the phone. So Mikie does most of our callbacks for any of our labs, and she does our any nurse calls that patients have questions. She gets to the other provider and myself, and then we get back to our patients through her. So if any of you have called up to Grassroots Healthcare, if any of our patients are watching us live right now or later on this evening, if you happen to catch the broadcast, that voice will sound familiar to you. You guys are pretty used to getting a call from Mikie about which labs, maybe she'll tell you that your vitamin D level's low. Vitamin D is one of our main vitamins that we need. It's good for mental ability. It helps patients with depression. Even a lot of the psychiatrists test vitamin D now because they want to make sure that their patients have good levels of vitamin D, especially if they're treating some sort of mood disorder or psychiatric process, and they've found that vitamin D helps a great deal. So we check a lot of our patients for vitamin D. If you have no insurance, a vitamin D level here at Grassroots Healthcare costs around $65. If you have insurance, we do have a lab that will draw that level for you, and we can recheck it at the 3-month mark after we've treated it. But we're finding lots and lots of patients, I'd say way more patients, being either on the very, very lowest end of normal on their vitamin D or below normal on their vitamin D levels, not just because it's winter, it happens in the summer too. And musculoskeletally, we'll see a lot of aches and pains that will clear up or at least be reduced significantly when we get those vitamin D levels up. So we like to supplement our patients up into the upper third of normal on their vitamin D and see if some of their mood gets better and see if their if they start feeling better with any musculoskeletal aches and pains that they might have. So if you're been indoors all winter, or you've been a sunscreen wearer and you don't get out and get much sun, if you haven't been eating things that are high in vitamin D and you're worried why you're having certain muscle aches and pains or why you're feeling blue, maybe get your vitamin D level checked. We'd be glad to help you with that here, or you can go to your regular doctor and have that checked out. All right. So anyway, Mikie, you met her. She's doing her own form of spring cleaning. She's getting her system cleaned out and ready for the new season that's coming in. And so she's been doing an HCG diet. There's a lot of controversy about the HCG diet in the media and things like that. We have some patients who do weight loss through our clinic, and one of the things that we do offer is we will do the HCG diet. And Mikie's done it before when she was working in another healthcare provider's office, and she did really well on it. So we offered to see how Mikie, if she would be interested, just to kind of keep her accountable, that we could follow along. So Mikie took her first picture, and she's going to be doing a 20-day picture soon. So we're going to broadcast that tonight on the webpage. So any of you who are catching this tonight, you'll be able to see Mikie's day 1 pictures, and then well, wait, when's the 20-day picture due?
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday, sorry. So we'll be broadcasting the pictures next Saturday, but tonight we're going to put up a copy of Mikie's HCG diet and what she's been eating the last 2 or 3 days, so you can kind of see an example of it. But how the HCG works is it's a hormone that women produce whenever they're in pregnancy, and it protects the internal organs from severe weight loss or starvation mode. It keeps the body from feeling like it's in starvation mode. So it really keeps your metabolism revved up and still going, even when you're losing lots and lots of weight. And so the way that it works is patients are real motivated to stay on it because they see the pounds going down on the scale. And a lot of times once you come off of the HCG, the body doesn't really reset its metabolism at a lower rate because you've been starving. So the HCG diet follows a pretty low calorie diet, and what you do is you take the HCG. It's a subcutaneous injection. It's very not very painful, and you take it on a daily basis, and then you'll have like a 500 calorie or an 800 calorie pretty severe restriction diet. So if you're interested in doing that and you think that that might be something that would work for you, we do offer that here at the clinic. Mikie's lost, I think Mikie's lost around, Mikie, how much have you lost now?
14 pounds.
Mikie's lost 14 pounds in, it's less than 20 days. So
11 days.
In 11 days. Now, I know there's plenty of you out there who will say that that's not healthy and have plenty of arguments. So please feel free to scroll down to the bottom of the page and leave your comments, and we'd love to address them. And then there may be some of you who've done this before and it's worked well for you too, and we'd love to have hear your comments as well. You can go down to the bottom of the page just below where this broadcast is airing, and you can leave comments, and they'll come on live for me to answer now, or if you comment later, then we'll be able to get back to you later this evening and answer your comments in the comment section. So anyway, so 14 pounds that she's down in the past 11 days. Now, many of you may have some ways that you like to detox your body for the spring, and I've learned so much from my patients. Many of my patients are will come in with like last week, we had a patient who came in with severe headaches who got me in touch with a great migraine therapy book, and how she did a dietary elimination and then added foods back in to see what were the triggers of her migraines. She had been on migraine medicine extensively and repetitively, and it was going up and up during the month of how many times she'd have to take a preventative migraine medicine, and she didn't feel like this was good for her body or safe. And she found a book that she had heard some other people talking about, and so she started doing this migraine therapy, and lo and behold, was able to come off of almost all of her medications, and she's feeling much better, and never had to go on any sort of preventative migraine medicine. A lot of times we'll use blood pressure medicines, seizure medicines, these kind of things to prevent patients' migraines, and many of my patients that I have now are on those. If you're my patient, or even if you're not, if you're interested, please get in touch with us at Grassroots Healthcare. We can give you the title to this book. It may be something that would make a big difference for you. And any of those medicines that patients are having to take long term, or on a frequent basis to block migraines, or if they're on blood pressure medicines or seizure medicines to help prevent their migraines, sometimes those medicines can lead to other complications and problems along the way. And so if we can prevent that for you, then we would be super happy to help you to naturally change your diet and come off any medications. That's one of the things that we love best to do here at our clinic. So those are some examples of how interaction with my patients, whether it's with the HCG diet, whether it's a different kind of cleanse or a detox that you have. If you're interested, please message me on Facebook or leave comments in the section below. We are having another class coming up in March. The dates will be announced shortly, where we're going to have several different people who come in and do different kinds of detoxes or month-long boot camps to get your diet cleaned up, to go on a 21-day off of all sugar and just eating real food or whole foods. They're going to come in and talk to us at some classes this month. Arbonne is a great one. They have some really neat products, and their products are sugar-free and very, very natural, and they're clean. They don't have pesticides and GMO, but just real food. And so Arbonne's a great one. There's some other ones that you guys may be involved with that you want to message me about, and we'll try to put together some kind of a talk about different dietary cleanses that we can do to help our patients sometime during the month of March. So please feel free to talk to us about that. We're very open, and I learned so much from you guys, and I want to share it with my other patients as well. So if anyone's interested in getting their body cleaned up, some of you may say, now, why is that important to do that before I start losing weight? If you start, a diet and it's easy for you for the weight to come off whenever you restrict your calories and, start watching that, you probably don't need one. But many of us have been exposed to lots and lots of toxins by eating too much processed food, and our liver begins to not work as well. So doing some sort of a detox before you start losing weight will help get your metabolism going and help rev up your metabolism, and that's going to help your weight loss, help you reach your weight loss goals. Ultimately, that's going to help you stick with it, because what will happen is you'll begin to see the pounds coming off on the scales, and you'll feel really encouraged and charged up by that. And so if that's the case, then that's going to motivate us more to stick with whatever we're doing that's helping us lose weight. So having a clean running system is really, really important. So we're going to have some tips coming up on our next show next month regarding some natural products that you can use for spring cleaning type things in your home. Many of you want to avoid as much as you possibly can harsh chemicals and things like that. So we're going to have, I'm hoping to have a guest with us next week, but if we can't, at least we'll have some products that you can look at and be interested in that may be better for you to use, household cleaners and things like that. There's also some natural products, and we have people who give us lots of tips on natural ways to clean sinks or to use to clean porcelain, or different bathtub ways to clean where they're not using a lot of harsh chemicals. So we'll be talking some about that next week. And then hopefully, not next week, but in 2 weeks, the first and the fourth Sunday, the first and the fourth Friday of every month at 12:30 p.m. Grassroots broadcasts live from our health and wellness show. So the theme for this week is a detox, and if any of you are interested or have someone you know who's interested in maybe starting a group to lose weight, this would be a great time to join us. Just come by the clinic if you're interested. We can help get you set up with the right kind of weight loss products that you need, and then we'll be glad to assist you and whoever else that's with you, maybe looking at your lab work before and after your weight loss. That's Mikey's phone. So we're busy here at Grassroots Healthcare. We're located again at 91st and Sheridan. We're on 6530 East 91st Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma. So you take a Highway 169 down if you're in the local area, and exit on either 91st or Memorial and drive down to 91st, and then take 91st a little bit more towards the west, and we're on Sheridan, almost all the way to Sheridan, and we're located in a little strip mall in the southeast corner. It used to be a dentist's office. We have a really cozy little clinic, and we're open from 8:30 to 5 Monday through Friday. Our office hours for regular patients, we take them up until 4 o'clock. We have an after hours if anyone's interested, from 4 to 6. If you have an urgent need, then you can check in at the after hours. It's a little more pricey because we don't want everybody just coming in and checking in at the after hours. We just want to save that for patients who absolutely cannot get in any other time, or who have kind of an emergency or an urgent need that night to get in. So from 4 to 6, we have an after hours where I'm here to see patients. And we, again, don't take any insurance. Our office visits start at $59 for an established patient. The after hours office visits start at $79. And then, you know, incrementally the prices are increased depending on how extensive of a visit that we do. But usually the prices are anywhere between $59 to $79 for an established simple visit, and then they go up from there. And lab work here is deeply discounted. We get a great deal from our the people who do our labs, and so we are able to do our labs for a lot less money. And so if you're interested and you don't have insurance, or you have a high deductible, we're a great clinic for you. Also, if you're interested in a physician's office who, if we do have to start you on a medicine, will, but eventually wants to have a goal to take you off that medicine and begins planning for that from day one, then we're a great office for you as well. So that's our clinic. I'm Dr. Melita Tate. I'm an internal medicine and pediatrician physician, so I take care of grown-ups and little people. And we're focusing this month on lots of nutritional health and weight loss. So if you're interested in that, in any of those things, if you or your friends want to come by, get started on some weight loss management, we'll be glad to help you here at the clinic. And it's not just about losing weight, but actually getting our bodies healthy and learning different foods that we can eat and making some lifestyle changes. So one of my friends, Jamie Sividin, should be joining us. She's with Arbonne, and then we have some other ones of my friends who do different kinds of weight loss regimens, and I'll be super excited to introduce you to any of those. Now, Kelly and I just got back from a hormone conference in Vegas, and so hormones play a big role, not just the sex hormones, but many of the hormones play a great big role in how we metabolize our food, and how we have muscle mass versus fat, or how we have more truncal obesity, which leads to diabetes. So adjusting patients' hormones plays a big role in their ability to lose weight, their ability to rest well, their mood, their motivation level. And so looking at that is a big part too of maintaining your health. We want your bones to be healthy, your muscle mass to be in good shape, and we really want to help our patients to live the best life that they possibly can. So Mikey's going to have, you can look, if you're interested, on our webpage. I'll take a picture and put this up, but this is one of our the calorie counters that Mikey's been using for some of her weight loss regimen, and it's just a one-page list of some of the foods that she's allowed to eat on her HCG diet. So we'll be posting that for any of you who are interested in that this evening on our webpage. And then again on Saturday, we should be getting her 20-day picture to compare with her day 1 picture. So we'll have those posted up side by side coming up on Saturday. So again, Grassroots Healthcare, office hours 8:30 to 5. Monday through Friday. We are closed from 11:30 to 12:30 for lunch. And then from 4 to 6, we run an after hours each night, and from 10 to noon. So if you want to check in anytime before noon or anytime before 6, then we'll be here waiting on you if you have an urgent need after hours or on the weekend on Saturday, and we'll be glad to take care of you. So give us a call, 918-878-7733. If any of you have comments, I'm going to do a quick check and see if our comments have any new ones yet. And Not yet. We did have a comment last week. Someone was excited that we were going to start doing salivary hormone testing, which we are. The price for the salivary hormone testing is around $150 through Grassroots, and then we adjust your hormones based on that. But just to get the hormone testing, it runs around $150 here. You may be able to find it for less or more, depending on where you have that done, and anything else that we may want to add to it may make the price adjust. But you can get your hormone testing done here at Grassroots Healthcare with salivary testing soon. So give us a call at 918-878-7733, and we'd be glad to help you out. All right. Thank you for joining us today for our health and wellness show. We appreciate all of our patients that watch the show, and please, if there's anyone you can think of who this information would benefit, or who you think is looking for a clinic just like ours, please don't hesitate to send them our way, and we'll be glad to help them out as best we can. And I'm the provider here. There's also another provider, Kelly Compton. She's our nurse practitioner. She's great. Went back to school to practice medicine, and so she's working side by side with me here at the clinic. And every day we're adjusting people's hormone levels, looking at their inflammatory responses in their body, and trying to make changes that will help them to metabolize things quicker and more efficiently. So, all right. Thank you very much for joining us today, and we'll see you again the 2nd and 4th Friday of March. So tune in at 12:30 p.m. or if you missed the show, you can always catch us later on our Facebook page. If you're interested in any of the things that we talked about today, doing a 21-day detox from sugar, if you're interested in any of the Arbonne products that my friend Jamie is going to be talking with us about soon, or as far as doing like a 30-day boot camp, if you're interested in doing any of the HCG or hormone testing, you can call our office at 918-878-7733. You can look me up on Facebook and friend me, or follow our webpage for Grassroots Healthcare, and we're pretty easy to find on Facebook. All right, you guys have a great day, and thank you again for joining us.